Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday, and our co-host today,
our special guest co-host,
Miss Jess Hilarious.
Good morning, Jess Hilarious.
What's going on? I'm glad y'all got this Baltimore girl up here today.
Hey,
yeah, I'm feeling good.
You know I love you.
I love you too. You don't play with me, y'all. Not too much.
My goodness.
How you feeling this morning? You looking like $1 billion?
Oh, you know, I'm smelling like it too. You know, you smell it? You smell it? Yeah, I ain't smell like this last time. Still smell like Baltimore streets. You know what I'm saying? I smell a little different now. I feel good though.
Money different.
Definitely.
Glow different. Life different.
Yes.
Okay.
Period.
How was your weekend? What you do this weekend?
It was good. Actually, I'm just coming back from Aruba. I celebrated my birthday.
Vacay.
Happy belated.
Island. Yes. Listen,
nice.
The craziest thing is I didn't know that many people knew me over there. Now this could be me being completely humble, but I did not realize that so many people knew me over there. Every restaurant I went to, every club I stepped foot in. When I went through customs, like they just let me go. I could have had drugs and all that. They was like, "Go ahead." I was like, "All right, cool."
You probably did have drugs, but it's called.
No, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But it's the World Wide Web. That's why it's called the World Wide Web. Jess.
Love it. Yeah.
And you know, Jess got a radio background though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to be on Ricky Smiley.
Yep, I did Ricky Smiley for like a few months actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to. They let me get up later though. Y'all had me here at 5. Y'all wasn't even here.
What time, Jess? What time Ricky Smiley get up?
What time did you get here? I was here early.
What time? I walked in here at 5.
You didn't walk in no 5.
All right, you're right. 5:28. All right, you're right. All right.
What time Ricky Smiley them shows start?
They let me come at 6.
Oh no.
Yeah, at 6.
The show starts at 6.
The show starts at 6.
Yeah, y'all ain't have to probe everybody's nose holes. We'll be good.
Nah, those days are over. Y'all, they
was like,
the nose.
Yeah, they said you coming from Baltimore, baby.
Oh,
It's
nah.
all kind of stuff.
They just wanted to put something in you then, because that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Nah, they do it every morning. They do it for everybody that comes up here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if you got here at 5, you would know.
No, too early.
All right. Well, Erykah Badu will be joining us this morning.
Hey,
we're gonna kick it with Erykah Badu,
the queen, the myth, the legend. She got a new weed line up.
Strain of weed
and shrooms too.
And shrooms. Yeah, courtesy cookies.
And shrooms with Burner, right?
Yep. So we're gonna be talking to her, and then we got front page news. We'll tell you about NBA All-Star. I was actually out in Utah. We'll give you some updates, and your president will tell you where he was yesterday. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host Jess Hilarious joining us this morning.
Yes, indeed.
I am.
And let's get in some front page news. Now, over the weekend, NBA All-Star out in Utah. All right. Now, it wasn't too packed out there. It wasn't too many people out there. I didn't see too many black people on my plane either. It was like, not at all. Because All-Star is usually
Utah.
All-Star, but it wasn't like that at all.
It's also Utah, one of the whitest places in America.
That is true.
So regardless of how many Negroes they try to put in Utah for the weekend, I'm sure the white people still, it was still more of them.
Yes. Now, the Greek Freak beat LeBron 184-175 in the All-Star game. Jason Tatum had 55 points. He got the MVP as well. Congratulations to him. Now, in the slam dunk contest, Mac McClung. I know you probably don't know that name. He's a G League player that just got signed, I think, a week ago on the 76ers. So he was part of that competition. So he won. He killed it too, by far.
No, he did his thing. I still agree with Stephen A. Smith's idea to bring in a bunch of dudes from the street to be in the slam dunk contest, though, because none of the superstars want to participate in the slam dunk contest, and it's not like the dunks are that amazing,
right?
But the dudes in the street be like doing some NBA Jams type stuff. Y'all remember NBA Jams?
Do.
Yeah, that's before y'all time.
Yep. And
That's
now
before my time. Y'all old.
Shut up, Jess.
Now Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest, so congratulations to him. Now your president Joe Biden, he was did a surprise visit in Ukraine. Now this is the first time since the war began, and people are saying it's not a good thing. You got any audio there? No. What are your thoughts on that? Him actually visiting. They're saying this could actually spark World War III. The fact that he's over there, the fact that he's supporting, and the fact that he said he's going to be sending more money, more assistance, more equipment, more artillery, and more ammunition over there to help them out.
I mean, the visit is no different than them spending unlimited money on Ukraine. It seems like Ukraine got a blank check when it comes to American money. It's no different than them providing weapons and resources to Ukraine. So clearly Russia knew what side America was on.
Yeah, so they're saying that they feel like China's really going to help Russia, and this is going to create World War III. Now, also, Kim Yo-jong...
I said folks need to dig a little deeper into the relationship between President Biden and Ukraine, because Ukraine getting all the money. It's like they got an unlimited budget, and he's tricking on Ukraine like they got a secret child together. You know how you married and then you got a chick in another city or another state?
No, I don't know.
So you know people who've been in that situation.
I don't know.
Okay? You know people who've been in that situation.
Don't put me there.
But they will dump all their money into their other family just to keep that one on the hush. That's what this feels like.
Well, Kim Yo-jong from North Korea says that if the U.S. keeps playing, they're going to turn the Pacific Ocean into like I guess a battlefield. So they're saying, play if you want. We ready for war. We ready for action.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
What you mean, let's do it? I ain't fighting.
Yeah, I'm not with you. What you talking about? Let's do it.
Let's do it, Jess.
No, yo, let's just do it. They
See?
talking.
They pushing us now. They pushing us.
Baltimore people always ready to fight, even when the fight ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. No. Let's go home. All right, and that is front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Let me know how your 3-day weekend was. Let me know what you did. If you had a great weekend, if it sucked, if you want to holler at Jess Hilarious, whatever it may be, phone lines are wide open. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, it's Dre.
Dre, what up? Get it off your chest.
Man, first of all, good morning, everybody. Charlamagne, Envy, Jess Hilarious. Hey,
baby.
I just want to tell her, yo, you fine as hell. Broccoli, gorgeous, queen, you funny as hell, you crazy. We love you.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say, as far as what y'all talking about, trying to say back off, what the hell we gonna do? Because don't they got some, like, better
I mean, they got a formidable military. I mean, everybody got nuclear weapons, but I don't think nobody gonna go the nuke route.
All right.
Nah, they not gonna do the nuke route. If we do the nuke route, it's all over. It's all over. Everybody gone.
But they was testing them though already.
What, the nukes?
Yeah.
No, you can't test no nukes. You can't test.
They
nukes.
were testing the nukes
Under
without
the
the
water.
nukes on it. They were testing the missiles, but they put the nuke on the head. Pause.
All I know is don't nobody want to play the nuke game. You play the nuke game, everybody gone within an hour.
Resume. Yo, they was under the water with it.
What, the nukes?
Yeah, wasn't they just testing it out like in the water?
I don't know.
All right.
Hello, who's this? Hello?
Yeah, I like to say I'm a black Umar Johnson from Long Beach, California. I love black love. What I want you brothers to do out there is to stay with you a black woman. The black woman is a precious thing on earth. And if you date outside that, I don't date nothing light, bright, or white. Only dark skin. My sister is from Arkansas, and I met her, and we've been together for 15 years. And all I want to say is, go in the store, brothers. Make sure your kids look like you and your wife, black, instead of going in there looking like any other, and you won't know what they are. So keep it black. Keep it black. And that's
I agree with you.
Charlamagne.
Me and
Keep
Doc.
it black, because when you go in that store and they don't know what your kid identify as, they're gonna look at them as other. So when you stay with your black woman, they gonna know your kids are black when they go in that supermarket or they go in that mall. So keep it black on black. My girlfriend is black, African. He looks like the African from our forefathers, where we came from, and everybody see us black. They know us. Keep it black, brothers.
Dr. Umar
Why
loves
we
this.
Yeah, all right. Why he just said Charlamagne? You keep telling people I'm Dominican. I'm not Dominican. People starting to believe I'm Dominican. I'm black.
What are you?
I'm black.
For real?
He's other.
I am black. Like,
look a little othery.
I'm black. Like, you know what? Forget y'all. Hello, who's this?
Hey, peace and blessings, man. Hey, good morning.
Good morning. You talking loud a little bit. You got us on Bluetooth or speaker, bro?
No, I'm in the garbage truck, man. Jess Hilarious, what's up?
Hi, baby. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Jess,
Good.
you looking sexy on the gram. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Thank you. You must be getting picked up yourself in the barbershop. What you doing?
No, I'm at work right now. I'm driving a garbage truck.
Oh.
Yeah, you drive
He said the garbage
He's
truck.
in sanitation.
Okay,
Yeah, my
I
name
like
is Sean
that
Stone.
accent. Okay.
Yeah, I'm up early in the morning getting to that bag. You know what I mean?
Oh, you getting to that bag. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And
But
he
I
got
want to talk
benefits.
Yeah, a lot of benefits, Charlamagne. You already know. I want to talk about Boosie calling out T.I., man, for snitching, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy that Boosie stand up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even though I don't really care, but it's what it is. You know?
We're gonna talk about that. Sure.
You don't really care, but you happy
to stand up. It makes no sense.
Nah, because Boosie had said something about Terrence Cancer Williams on the YouTube, so I'm just happy that he finally spoke up. Because, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I don't really care because I'm not in the street.
But that's how I feel about all them rappers. Like, why do these rappers that are getting legal money through rap, they doing movies, all kind of stuff, why they still living by street rules?
Why do you have to, yeah.
I mean, the Boosie and T.I. thing is crazy, right? Because T.I. said his cousin was dead. So, you know, he told on his cousin that died. Is that really snitching? He said he spoke to his cousin told him, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel honestly like it ain't even true. I just feel like be saying stuff.
That's true too, though.
Like, yeah,
because everybody got a podcast, and it ain't easy to get on them podcasts and
come up with different stuff every
yes.
Man, listen. So I know people just be saying stuff.
Okay,
so you just be making up stuff on your podcast too?
Not
Carefully
me.
Reckless,
No. Carefully Reckless. I help people. I do just fix my mess. People be sending me all types of stuff they going through,
That's
and
true.
I be helping them. Yeah, I don't be making up stuff. I ain't, I don't talk to dead people about stuff.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. And Jess Hilarious, she's our co-host. She's here. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Break it up.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, just Cash Dollars.
Cash Dollar, what up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, I just wanted to hit on it with the president. It's crazy because they rolled out the red carpet when they came to New York. But they got people sleeping on the streets of New York, and they can't even get a place to stay sometimes. So for us to keep giving our money across the board, no matter what's going on, our people needed it first. Now, people will get mad because I'm about to say this, but if it was Trump, it would have been a different story. And I feel like because it's Biden, a lot of people is quiet on it, and not enough people are speaking up. Good morning, Charlamagne. I agree with you, bro, on the fact that I feel like Biden had something on his son, and he kind of like asked him to cover it up for him. Because you remember they had Trump trying to investigate his son in Ukraine, and the president told the Russian president, "I ain't doing it." So I feel like there's something there, and maybe you hitting on something, bro. Good morning, y'all have a blessed day.
Peace, King.
Thank you.
Yeah, they definitely need to dig deeper into the relationship between the Bidens and Ukraine, because it don't make no sense the money that we're dumping into Ukraine. Ukraine not even a NATO territory, bro.
Hello, who's this?
This David out of Pompano, man. Ain't nothing but good vibes over here. I'm blessed to get through today. I want to tell y'all doing a great job. Y'all keep it positive for me every morning.
Thank you, brother. How was your weekend? What you do this weekend? You said you wanted to share something about your weekend.
All I wanted to share was it was a great weekend, man. You know, spending time with the family is important. It gives you good mental health. Thanks to Charlamagne. I read his book, man. Tell him thank you, and DJ Envy, you're the man, man. I got a car in the making. Whenever you bring your car show to Florida, man, I'm gonna bring it through.
All right, we coming to Florida, I think, in October. We're doing it the same weekend as 50's Tycoon Weekend. So just stay tuned for the dates. I'm not sure the exact date, though.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, brother. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Jess Hilarious is our co-host, and we got rumors on the way, Jess.
Now we doing rumor report or Jess with the mess? What we doing?
Like a little bit of both.
Okay.
This the first rumor report with Jess Hilarious.
So give us a little tease. What we talking about?
Master P wants law introduced that stops his former artists from complaining about him.
What?
Like, what? Not freedom of speech. But I do know a couple of other brothers that would want that law introduced too.
Okay.
But not you, Master P.
Right.
Because everything they said you did, you did.
God damn, Jess.
Jess is here. And we got Jess with the mess up next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Years after me, why are you talking about me?
Wow, we still...
I
forgot.
Yeah, and so if you look at it, right, who y'all know in this business allow people to go sign with other companies, but they never talk about those other companies after they moved on. They still talking about me.
Yeah. And another thing is...
But it should be a law. After 7 years, you shouldn't be allowed to go on no podcast and talk about nobody. Think about it. It's a statute of limitation. Please. If you ain't been around that person in over 7 years, please, you don't even deserve to talk about them.
I don't care if it was 7 years, 11 years. If you did something to me and I have something to say,
I'ma say it.
That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you're not the only one out here being talked about. We got Diddy. People still talking about Diddy. We got people talking about Mace because what happened to him.
They talked about Jay.
He's now Jay. So many people. So you're not the only person. And basically, it all boils down to this. Fat Trell said that he was promised by Master P that he would be put in a Menace to Society sequel that never came to fruition.
How come Master P do a Menace to Society sequel?
He never even did the first one or the second one. Now, Master P said he never mentioned making a Menace to Society sequel. He wanted to make a movie like Menace to Society.
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
And he wanted Gucci Man to be in it, but Gucci was getting locked up all the time. But So he just was like, he put the idea to rest, but Fat Trell was like, yo, you still promised me to be in this movie or whatever. And so he was like, I don't want to be with you no more. Now, I see both sides. Fat Trell, I get it. He like, look, yo, that was like a bit of a temper tantrum to me a little bit, but I do believe him. I do believe that Master, because that man will talk a good game too. Like, even with me, I got the hook up. I'm still owed some bread for that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know,
did he pay you at all?
Yeah. For the first scene, and then I did 2 scenes. He thought because he used 1 scene, he ain't got paid for the second one. No, I stayed there for 13 hours to do 2 scenes.
How much you owe you?
But that's not how it works. Though. I thought you get paid for a movie. Don't you get paid for the whole movie?
I do by scene when it's come to a skit movie like that. What? You know, I got the hook up was a long skit.
It was a skit.
It was a bunch of skits.
How much you owe you?
I like to charge $15,000 per skit.
That was a long time ago, though. So your number done went up since then.
Man, it ain't been 7 years, so I can still talk about this. I can still talk about this. I don't care. As soon as you give me the check, we'll be good, man.
Oh, so you was charging him per skit for the movie?
Yeah, well, actually,
did he know that?
Yeah, he knew what you talking about. He signed on it. What you talking about? We signed back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he owe you 15 racks?
Yeah, I try. I hit Romeo. I hit everybody. You know, but they got their own problems, so it's a lot going on. You know, so I'm gonna wait till it die down again. But Fat Trell, I get where he coming from.
Okay,
I get where both sides coming from too. But I think one thing that executives don't ever talk about enough is how much they put into the artist. Like artists are always talking about how much they're owed, but how much did that person spend on you? Now I don't know if P spent any money on Trell, but I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah.
Executives spend money on artists, and they be wanting their money back.
But it's 2 sides of the coin. If an artist is signed and he feels a way, he should be able to say what he wants to say.
Absolutely,
you see it all the time.
That's what I'm saying. But I didn't even know that he belonged to him. I never knew that it was.
He belonged to him.
Yeah, I didn't know
he was signed to him.
Yeah, he was signed to him or whatever. But it is what it is. I hope you get your debut in the Minister Society, and I hope I get my money, Trell.
Boy, y'all doing Master P dirty this year. It's a list of people that saying Master P owe them money this year. Damn, P. Is it P year? It's a line.
For real, 7 years.
Jess, Trell, Romeo, who else?
All right, shut up. Romeo owe Romeo no money, yo.
Yeah, Romeo was upset about that.
The money?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
You remember what Romeo said? He was upset about that. They made up now, but Romeo at around Christmas time he was upset about a certain thing.
I remember he was upset about something. I didn't know if it was about money, but see, you owe your kids, man.
Well, salute to Master P.
Yeah,
salute to him. Yeah,
shout to Master P.
No limit, ain't no limit.
Nah, he's done a lot for the culture. So shout to Master P.
Man, listen, Gabrielle Union reveals who she'd want to play her in a biopic. All right, this is funny to me. Gabrielle Union says that she'd want Ryan Destiny or Coco Jones to play her in a biopic as the younger her. I think that's good. Coco Jones, Ryan Destiny, that's cool. That's cool. I think even Normani could have been thrown up in there. If the story were to take place at an older age, she'd want Ashanti or Janet Jackson. First of all, I thought y'all could have cut the music right here because
cut the music.
Even that is a little. What Ashanti got to do with this? Like, what does she have to do with this?
Yeah, I don't see the Ashanti Gabrielle Union thing.
And then, you mean you could play Janet Jackson?
No, Janet Jackson could play her.
Why would? Yeah, that's what she said. But why would you say that? What are y'all smoking in that house, girl? No, why would you do that? First of all, why would
Janet Jackson play Gabrielle Union?
And then what do you do? Like, what do you be doing? No, listen. I love me some Gabby.
I can see Gabrielle playing Janet.
I can see, I ain't gonna
I get what
hold
you're saying.
I'm not gonna hold you. What the hell did you do? for somebody to be playing you? And why do we need this biopic right now?
And technically, Gabrielle Union still looks so good after all these years. She can play herself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, what? You don't even need nobody to play you. But what would you do in the movie? Usually, like, she wasn't on no drugs. She ain't never lived in the projects. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know Gabrielle's story. I don't know her story.
Nah, I'm telling you what it is right now. Y'all got to listen.
I'm telling you,
you know.
Yeah, and then her little cousin is Sweetie. Sweetie could have played her. You know, they both cool. They both, don't really be doing nothing like that.
Gabrielle looks so good, she could play herself from 20 to now. Well, how old is she now? She's like 40-something, right?
Yeah.
She could literally play herself from 20 to 40-something. That's how good
amazing.
she looks.
Or Zaya Wade could play her. The younger her.
You stupid.
I think you stupid. Listen,
I'm jumping out
because what we trying to do is give everybody a chance to act.
Inclusivity.
And I think with Gabrielle Union was my mother, baby. I'm gonna be in movies, so I think her daughter should play her.
I see what you're saying.
Yes,
you're making me cry.
I think that's amazing.
Okay, I'm with y'all.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, I think it would be amazing.
Okay.
And then D Wade could play the older her. Say no.
See?
Like, no, they my peoples. I love them. All right, cool.
So
whatever.
Why you so stupid?
All right. That is Jess with the mess, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we got front page news. Biden, he makes a surprise visit to Ukraine. We'll give you some updates. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Jess with the mess is here.
I love Gabrielle.
Oh, Jess hilarious.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your company has goals this year. Find the right people to help you achieve them with ZipRecruiter, where 4 out of 5 employers get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast. That's ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne, the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Jess Hilarious joining us this morning.
She got a big ass.
What?
Yeah, Judge Judy. I was asking.
What?
She asked me.
That was random.
We were talking behind the scenes. Jess asked me, did I ever see Judge Judy in real life? I said, nah. And she was like, rumor is she got a big ass. For real?
Just Judy?
Yo, I ain't even think that you was gonna say that on here like that. Yeah.
You about to make me Google. I want to see Judy.
Yeah, she fat.
Judy like
Judge
80,
Judy
right?
got the big booty?
Yeah, she
big
fat.
Big booty Judy?
That's what they said.
I ain't never heard that one.
Well, let's get in some front page news. Now, Brittany Griner, she re-signed with the Phoenix Mercury for a 1-year deal, so she's going to be playing basketball this season.
Okay.
And also, Russell Westbrook, he's signing with the Clippers, so he still will be in L.A., so he'll still be playing basketball in L.A. Now, Biden was over in Ukraine. This was a surprise visit. We talked about it earlier today, but he's standing with Ukraine. He's giving them more money, more resources, more military equipment, and more ammunition.
As you know, Mr. President, I said to you in the beginning, he's counting on us not sticking together. He was counting on the inability to keep NATO united. He was counting on us not to be able to bring in others on the side of Ukraine. He thought he could outlast us. I don't think he's thinking that right now. God knows what he's thinking, but I don't think he's thinking that.
President Biden and his relationship with Ukraine needs to be investigated. People need to dig a little deeper, you know what I mean, to see what's going on between President Biden and Ukraine, because there is no way that they're getting all this money and all these resources and all this help, and they're not even part of NATO. Like I said earlier, he's tricking on Ukraine like they got a secret child together or something. like Ukraine is his mistress on the side, and he trying to keep her happy. Like something not right with that situation.
Now, Grant Cardone says he uses street slang to reach black people. Now, if you don't know who Grant Cardone, he's has a bunch of companies worth over $1 billion, and he runs around doing seminars called the 10 Times, and he gets different people to perform at his seminar times to, I think, attract a lot of African American people, and he charges them a lot of money for the speaking and the conversation. And this is what he said about black people.
If I'm out in public and I see a 55-year-old white man or a 25-year-old black kid, the black kid knows who I am. Now, the reason is because we go after that audience and we're talking to them in very street terms, if you will, very not big nomenclature, vocabularies, you know, we just keep everything very tight and simple.
What?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? We keep everything tight and simple?
Yeah, he basically says he uses street terms when he's trying to get black people to sign up with his seminars and the things that he's doing. But when it comes to other people, he speaks regular.
He's basically saying he dumbs down for his audience is what he's trying to say, as if the black audience is dumb.
Right. Do we have any examples of what he says?
No, I wish
to black people.
No, you want to think of some what he would say?
No, when I see him, I would love to.
You would love to go back at him
to see if he would dumb it down too much for me. What?
Yeah, I don't listen to Grant Cardone. I prefer to listen to people like John Hope Bryant.
Correct.
Yeah, salute to John Hope Bryant. You know, and that's somebody that y'all should be listening to. But it's a lot of people out here getting rich by telling folks, you know, how they can get rich.
Right.
And that's literally all they got. I guess people listen to Grant Cardone because he actually does have, you know, businesses and stuff like that.
He does have he has a lot of businesses, but he makes I believe a majority of his money by these seminars and these things that he's doing, and you guys give him thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to be part of it because it's all shiny and glitz. But as Charlamagne says, sometimes what do you say? White ice ain't colder at times.
White ice ain't colder.
And you guys follow Grant Cardone and you spend all this money, but you see how he looks at you. You see how he thinks of you. He looks at you as a check. He looks at you as green. So you continue to follow that man if you want. But he ain't trying to help your community. He's just trying to make millions and billions of dollars off.
Yep.
And that's why I like people like John Hope Bryant, because John Hope Bryant, you know, a person like John Hope Bryant connects with black people because he's a black person.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have to dumb down his language or anything to speak to us. And to your point, he pours into our community in a real way. He's not just, you know, getting rich by telling folks how they can get rich. He's an actual businessman who puts his money where his mouth is when it comes to his community. So salute to John Hope Bryant.
Shout out to John Hope Bryant.
That's who podcast we need.
Yes, and that was another reason why Caesar and myself went around trying to teach our community how to invest in real estate and do it that way. We weren't charging thousands of dollars. It was $99, and we brought everybody to you. We brought credit repair, hard money lenders, regular lenders, anybody we could bring. We brought auction.com, Hubzoo, so people could learn how to invest, not just tell you, because telling me means nothing. You're just trying to make money off of how I feel. But no, show me how to do it. And that's what we've been trying to do. So,
and salute to Caesar, man, because Caesar, you know, not only did he, you know, take that money and invest in houses, he invested in himself and renovated his own body.
He did.
That BBL worked wonders for Caesar.
You know what?
The BBL.
You know what?
What?
Relax. Relax. Okay.
And lastly, they found the first Roman dildo. Yes, the first. It's 200,000 years old.
She's talking about where? I want it.
Yeah.
I want to try it. Not me. I was speaking for Jess.
You want to try it? Okay. It's a tool that they use. It's a Roman-sized dildo. Here, this is what it looks like. It doesn't look comfortable.
Oh my God, no! Take that back.
You want to see? Show
what? That's like a barbarian dildo.
Yeah, that's a club. That's some clubs that the cavemen used to carry.
Yes.
Yeah, that ain't no.
But it was used for something else besides just that.
Well, back then humans probably was larger. You know what I mean? That's why it's so big.
But the hole was always small.
Maybe, we know, not if you large. I think if you buy...
I know some large people with some small holes. It's not really about...
What are we talking about?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Roman dildos. Go ahead.
That is your front page news. Jesus. Now, when we come back, Erykah Badu will be joining us.
The queen, the myth, the legend.
Yes. So we're going to get into that when we come back.
She's got a new strain of marijuana
Cannabis
out
strain.
And some shrooms, all with burner.
Yep. So we're going to talk to her when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
On the road. So I carry each production with me. So if you see me and I have all that stuff, it's for a reason.
I seen you pulled up and it was like, Erykah Badu's truck is here. The car is here. I was like, all right, let me go out and meet her. And when it opened, it was just bags.
I was in one of the bags.
He was in one of the bags.
She told us she the bag lady.
The bag lady. She was in the next one. I was like, goodness gracious, a lot of bags.
No cap.
How does it feel after 25 years, though? Has it felt like 25 years in this game?
Kinda. I don't really have a great conception of time, as you all know. Kinda, sorta. I could say now I'm gonna be 52 on my birthday.
Whoa!
So I could say that.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I could thank you. I know I look like a child.
Yes, you do. I didn't realize how much. You know, you see the pictures of you and Puma, but when y'all see, I'm like, y'all could be sisters.
We could be. But yeah, I don't know. But at 52 now, I see how fast it went. And when you get to be like 52, we're past middle age because what do we live to? 80, 90? We were middle age at 40. So when you get to about 52, it's kind of like it didn't really go that fast. So you don't want to really waste time on the things that you had to because you don't have to anymore. So it should be smooth sailing from here.
Ease.
Yeah. You know who's a boy and a girl. You kind of like play the cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think about your music, and I feel like you've been prophesying so many things that we are currently witnessing. Do you ever look around sometime and say, I knew it? I was right all along.
Yeah, I knew. That's why I said it. Mm-hmm.
What you drinking?
This is apple juice and water and the herbs I drink every day.
Mm-hmm.
Bladderwrack, sea moss, astragalus root, and omega-3s with a little bit of magnesium.
And what's that good for? Your immune system?
It's good for everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I'm trying to hit all of the points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I also have some bad habits. So this is how I balance it.
What's your bad habits?
I can't really tell everybody right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eating habits, bad habits?
My stomach.
I heard that stomach.
I'm
Stomach growling?
hungry.
How long you been fasting?
Jesus.
3 days? I can tell that wasn't no regular stomach growl.
It just wants to be a part of the interview.
Yeah.
It's like, you lying. That is not what we did.
Now, how often do you fast or detox if you do?
Every Friday.
Every Friday?
Yeah.
So Friday to Monday you fast?
No, just every Friday. Friday 12 noon, midnight to 6 p.m.
Why Friday?
I just picked a day, that I thought I could remember and handle, and I've been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What gives you the most purpose nowadays? Is it music? Is it performing? Is it being a doula? Is it being a mom? Like, what is it?
Loving myself in a different way. I like my alone time because I've spent so much time with everyone, children, and relationships and things. I'm enjoying my time right now.
What do you do by yourself? Is it meditation? Is it watching boy television? Like what do you enjoy yourself?
Television?
Reality TV and stuff like that. Like what do you do then?
Okay. I rest and I walk around the house and I make things and I look in the mirror and I get in my sauna and I braid my hair. Yeah, I just do things, so I can be me,
And what is it about the sauna? They tell you that you enjoy the sauna numerous times a day. What is it about the sauna that
I do all day? That heat really warms up the organs and the cells and the toxins, as come out in the sweat and then go right into the shower, go back. It's just a detox. You're detoxing all the time. Yeah.
You've always shown like so much confidence, so much poise, so much strength, and I love when you say you.
Did you say strength?
Oh, I'm from the South Carolina.
Okay.
But you talk about looking in the mirror. Has there ever been a time ever where you looked in the mirror and didn't like what you saw?
If I did something that was not good, or I'm hard on myself, so even if I think something about somebody that ain't cool, I'd be feeling guilty. Yeah. So, yeah, I have looked and like, that's not cool.
you said if you think about something negative about somebody, you feel guilty?
Yeah. I think they can probably feel that at some point. Energy is transferable.
All right, we got more with Erykah Badu. When we come back, don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Our guest host, Jess Hilarious, is here. We're still kicking it with Erykah Badu. Now, when people reach out to you to be a doula, how do you decide if you're going to do it or not? Is that based off of energy, based off if you know somebody? How do you decide that? Because I'm sure a lot of people reach out.
It's, knowing people and meeting somebody. You said it exactly right. It's the energy of conversation of what's going on.
When it comes to being a doula, how hands-on are you? Because sometimes it might be in a different state, a different area, a different zone. So how do you?
So my doula services start from the beginning of the pregnancy, maybe the 3rd month, and we go through a nutrition plan, meditation. If there's something that needs to be smoothed out in the relationship, if they want to share that, we do that. The fathers are also pregnant, so I talk to them and a little counsel, and we, build altars together or whatever it is that the person needs. And we build a birthing plan. We start the exercise regimen, just whatever we need to do to clear out the way for those babies. Because my contract is really with the babies. For them to come through and the parents be in harmony and the room be the way that the parents want it to be. Just everything. It's a really important ceremony. So maybe one of the biggest rituals, you know, that we'll have besides going the other direction. And I do that too. As a doula.
What's the other direction? Deaf?
Yes.
I didn't know they had deaf doulas.
Yeah.
What did that consist of?
Same thing. You are, especially during the hospice period, you are gathering family members that they haven't seen. You are making sure that they are happy, eating or drinking or reading their favorite things, listen to Richard Pryor, whatever it is they want to do, praying, depending on what they believe. And because no one knows really where these beings came from or where they're going. But it's important to me that the breaths are easy during the transition. You're breathing easy, the room is easy, you know, so that you can be prepared for the next thing.
Well, when you said the daddy's pregnant, what does that mean?
Like, there's an invisible umbilical cord connection that I find generally between the wife and the husband or the mates. He gains weight, he gets moody, he starts to change, he starts to crave other things. Could be other women, could be freedom. It's just everything changes. So everybody's going through this process. And I find it comforting to have someone that understands what you're going through to help you make the right decisions during that period as a man.
When you do the doulas for the transition, what kind of energy is exchanged in the room, you think, between you and that person? If any?
A lot, maybe. Usually I'm trying to be like water, like Bruce Lee says, you know, once I get everything the way it should be, I'm in the corner like waiting to see what the next thing is. And sometimes I'm at the forefront when the person doesn't really have a lot of family. We're reading, we're watching their favorite show, we're watching Steve Harvey, we're laughing, we're massaging the feet, you know, combing the hair, braiding the hair, sometimes brushing the teeth if they can't do that. Sometimes you get to a point where you can't swallow, so I'm walking them through a breathing ritual that makes it more comfortable for them, you know.
How difficult is that for you?
Not very difficult for me, and that's why I decided to be the welcoming committee and the ushering committee, because the first time I did it was with Stickman's first child, him and his mate Afia. I was just friends with them, and I happened to be at her birth, and that's when I kind of knew, okay, because I had just had 7 a year before, and I just kind of knew I can do this. This is something, you know, and I'm always looking to be of service in some kind of way. So that's when I started studying and taking it to the next level. Yeah. Channeling information and things like that.
I feel like you've been doing that. Like that's why I was even talking about your music when I said the thing about how you've always been prophesying things.
Channeling.
Yeah, channeling.
Downloads. Yeah. That's how most things come to me.
Did that hinder you when you was younger? Because I'm sure that you saw things other people didn't see.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the energy is so great sometimes in numbers when people don't really understand it, or could be intimidated by you, or any of those things, envious of you even. Sometimes the energy is too big when it's a lot of people. I can handle 1 or 2, but when it's a lot, maybe the energy gets a little big. So as a child, it made me dim my light or pretend that I was like everybody else, you know, to make it easier for me. Yeah.
When did you start sharing your gifts?
I always did, but around groups of people, it's easier to just kind of blend in a little bit. And I don't find that a bad thing to do, especially if you're aware of it. Yeah.
Importance of family. You know, one thing, dealing with all these artists and meeting all these artists, you see who's close with their family, and then you see who's really close with their family, right?
Right.
And I've seen you around your sister, your daughter, your mother, your whole family.
Yeah.
How important is that? Because you seem like you have them around a lot.
That's what I do it for. I do all this for them. I don't really need nothing. I just like collecting, It's for them, And they would do it for me, each of them, So we all travel together. We've been all working together for the last 26 years. My grandmothers were my accountant and publicist.
Oh, wow.
At a point. They passed on now. My mom was the governess of my house, the caregiver for my children. My sister sang back up with me for 10 years, and now she is my partner, my company. My best friend out there, called Chris, we've been friends since we were in high school. He is my partner in my merch company. It's just so Big Mike, I keep the same people because it's easy. We trust each other. And they look out for me. If I'm doing it's good to have like an ass checker. And your family is not scared of you, really.
Right.
So.
Who's the ass check out of everybody you name?
My mama. Yeah. She'll quickly. No, that's not it.
Do you listen when she usually does, or take some time?
It's sometimes some pushback. Depends on, if I haven't got it yet, what she's saying. She's usually always right.
I love the quote about your mom. My mother was an improvement on her mother's design.
Right.
So I'm sure Puma is an improvement on her mother's design as well.
Yeah, I think what I see in a lot of parents, mother-daughter relationships, is the mother doesn't realize that you still have the opportunity you're still growing. It's not over for you. If you have a daughter, you still have to keep going, and the things that, you didn't learn before, you will get to learn them through your kid. And that's how I see it going. Sometimes when you don't know that, it makes it difficult for both people. Because when the roles aren't really played to the best that they can be played, then that's when conflict arises to me.
All right, well, don't move. We got more with Erykah Badu. When we come back, let's get into a mini mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was the Erykah Badu mini mix. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We got Jess Hilarious, our guest host here. You got your own line of cannabis.
Yes.
Coming out with Burner.
Yes.
How did you and Burner hook up, and how did that come about?
I believe Burner reached out years ago, and I just wasn't ready to do that yet. But he reached back out, and I said, I think it's cool. It's time to do that. And I noticed that there was no area in the cannabinoid world where women were being focused on. So my focus in cannabinoids is women's studies in the body, in childbirth, in meditation, and religious studies, and spirituality, casually, mothers, everyday people, and building a product line around their needs.
Is it flour? Is it edibles? Is it what is it? A little bit of everything?
Flour, edibles, creams, sprays. We're also doing mushroom teas, a daytime tea and a nighttime psychedelic tea.
Oh, I need some of that. I need some of that plant-based medicine.
So break. I've never had a mushroom in my life. So break down the feeling of the psychedelic, because I'm sure there's some people that have never experienced that as well.
It might be a little different for everybody, but for me, it's ritual work for me. I never do it like in a group, hanging out with people. It's something that I do alone. I do that in my alone time. And with the mushrooms, that plant medicine pretty much allows you to see the things that you block out. The traumas that you've blocked out come to the surface, and you're able to see them. There's not necessarily a solution-based medicine, but it is definitely a 5D look at yourself completely.
Is there a book coming out in 2024 I keep hearing about?
For me?
Yeah.
I might be. I don't think so. Am I putting out a book?
New America Part 2?
Is that going to be the album or a book? Oh, no, the book. Okay, the book. Okay, that's going to be part 2.
No. I don't know if somebody gave y'all some wrong information.
Yeah, somebody gave us that.
What it say?
It says you got a book on Erykah Badu album.
On the Erykah Badu album. New America Part 2 is coming in 2024.
Maybe somebody else writing it.
You would have to do that one day, though, right?
Write a book?
Yeah.
You keep telling me that.
You should.
I really enjoyed your book. I think I'm so lazy. You know, I like doing things that come really easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I do them well, and I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
You perform for 2 hours straight. That ain't that easy.
It's super easy.
You singing, running back and forth, playing instruments.
It's easy. That's easy. Like, this is easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I think people should focus on. What's the easiest thing for you? And find a way to capitalize on that. And, you know, we be trying to live other people's lives. And what's the easiest thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's why everybody all out of alignment now, because they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They're doing things that they see other people do.
Comparison.
Find your gift.
Right, comparison. Yeah. I heard, what's the guy name? Eckhart Tolle.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I hear him say things like, the ego needs an identity, and the identity lives by comparison. You know, so we can't help but compare ourselves. I think somebody also said that when you're scrolling down Instagram, when you see a beautiful woman and you're a woman, you have about 2 minutes of depression that happens in the body.
Really?
Yeah, you get depressed a little bit for about a couple of minutes. So your body releases an enzyme or hormone, you know, that causes that.
But what if you two are a beautiful woman?
It still happens
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, because the body naturally wants to compare.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, who has Erykah Badu ever compared herself to? Because you were 1-on-1.
I am 1-on-1. But you don't always know that. You know, we don't always know that. It depends on how we're feeling. Hormonally, we move up and down all day long, you know. I'm perfect, you know, but I don't know that.
Is that something you have to keep telling yourself?
Yeah, I think we all do. You know, healing is like a full-time and part-time job. It's happening all the time. You know, my daughter and I were talking once about jealousy and those kinds of things. And I told her those feelings don't ever go away. Mm-hmm. You just learn how to manage them better and use them, you know, better. You know, but the feelings of those things kind of stick with you. And, you know, like people say, it's not a journey of trying to get somewhere. It's a decision that you make. I'm going to decide to behave this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's because we're already here. We just have to decide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to behave like this starting today. You know? So.
When's the last time you compared yourself to somebody? You personally?
On Instagram, I'm looking down the thing and you see somebody's body that's cute or something.
Mm-hmm.
You compare that, you know, because none of us think we're perfect. I told y'all during window seat, I didn't think I had a great body, but I learned that I did from the responses.
Can you imagine if they had social media back then? Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, when I see somebody, you know, with the ideal body that I think I should have, you know, I'll compare that in my mind.
What is an ideal body, though?
You know, to me, it's athletic body.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like, because that's what I've always had. And as gravity comes in, you know, it's not the same anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was athletic. Now it's athletic. Yeah.
You had the young boys going crazy last year, though, when you was twerking on stage. Who was that with? Was that with Megan? You was twerking on somebody's stage.
That was terrible.
He said that was terrible.
On purpose. I be trying to do terrible things and then people say it's great. That scares me. That really scares me because it, you know, it's great. What do you mean? I don't believe you. You know? Yeah, because I be trying to clown and you know.
I want to tell you one of these questions that one of our producers wrote on this list just because I think it's a hilarious question.
What, number 11?
Yes. Read it. You read it.
Number 11. I don't know why I'm reading it, but I thought it was funny too.
I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
It said, "You still selling your in the bottle?"
It's in a box.
It's in a box.
In a box. I am. Whenever need be.
Yeah. Incense, yes.
Incense, yeah. Whenever need be, I do.
How are you with your mate? Are you joking? Does your mate ever know when you crack a joke and you're being sarcastic?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's always like he doesn't know if you joking or not.
We can say mates. We can go across the board, you know, in time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the same sense of humor with somebody for them to understand that you're joking. Because there are few people that we don't have the same sense of humor, so they don't never know when I'm joking. You know, I have a super morbid, dark sense of humor. You know, I laugh at that people not supposed to laugh at.
Word.
Yeah. So, some people know when I'm joking, some people don't.
So you have to have that real connection because you gonna laugh and they're gonna look at you like you crazy.
I really like having the same sense of humor and music taste. You know, and everything else can expand. As long as you're working on yourself, we can have that, and that's enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, as you're growing, we got to be listening to music. And we going to be joking.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the constant things.
Mm-hmm.
So I like having those two things in common with someone.
What got you into DJing? Like, what made, because, you know, you DJ shows now. She DJs arenas. What got you into DJing?
I've been DJing since I was 14 years old. I used to skip school to go over this guy's house and DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have like 5 or 6 other people. They was all grown people.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 19 to 25. I was 14, and I would go over because I was really interested in DJing, and that's where I learned. And yeah, it's just been a love of mine since, because I love music so very much. My uncles and my mother, my cousins. I mean, we are all music historians. We love all genres of music. It's our coping mechanism along with dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, music and humor. And that's the way I grew up.
Gotcha.
So that's comfortable for me when somebody has that same humor as your tribe. And the same kind of understand for music. But I've been DJing a long time. I ain't new to this.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
She don't just DJ arenas. Thank you. She DJ'd my Queen's 40th, and that was that was a vibe.
We had so much fun.
Oh man, nobody knew she was coming. My wife didn't even know. And when Low Down Loretta Brown walked in the building, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Man, that was incredible. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you for joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
And happy early born day.
Yay, my birthday party.
Would you like to close us out on a prayer or some positive energy?
Absolutely. A prayer?
Yeah, let's do it.
God, thank you. Look, we don't do all the right things, and we don't know all the right things, but we are so happy for all of the information that you have provided us. We're so grateful for Ma'at, that means balance. I'm grateful for running water and for clothing and shelter and buildings and partners to argue with and people to compare ourselves to, and the mistakes that turn into our greatest lessons. We thank you, and we don't take this opportunity to grow for granted. Asheo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. The queen, the icon
That's
living.
Right. It's Erykah Badu.
That's her.
And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Shout to Erykah Badu for joining us.
That's right. Make sure you go get her new strain of weed and the shrooms and everything else.
Yes.
Responsibly, though.
Yeah, we pre-taped that on Friday. That's why Jess Hilarious, who is our guest host today, wasn't on that interview.
No, I wasn't, and I'm mad. Because she got a perfume that smells like her box, I heard.
It's not a perfume. It's incense. You talk about Badu Boom Boom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that?
I thought it was
incense.
Perfume. No?
You be burning. You look like you burn incense around. You be
Damn
burning.
right. Damn right. I got a bunch of Badu Boom Boom at the crib.
Okay. This sounds wild, doesn't it? Like a man, all right.
That's what it's
That's
called.
bad. That's sex trafficking.
Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
All right.
It's just for the mess, and my news is real.
Child, the ghetto.
This is the Rumor Report
I love it.
My news is real.
on the Breakfast Club.
Honey, it's ghetto up in here. It is ghetto up in here. Chris Brown pulls receipts after he's accused of banning black women from a VIP section over in London. All right, now the girls came out and said that they never said Chris Brown is the one who said no black women. They said the promoter told them. They was all standing outside in the lines, and they were going through the line handpicking women like, yo, you can come in, you can come in, you can come in. None of the
That
women
didn't
were
happen.
black. That's what they were saying. And so with Chris Brown's history of rejecting black women, I guess that they that's allegedly what it is.
Is that true though? Is that like?
I mean, he's never rejected me, but I guess other women, they felt that way. You know what I'm saying? And they said it came from the promoter. But something that sparks my little spidey senses is the promoter is always looking out for the talent. So was he told that? Was he told, look, yo, or was they just going off of previous things that was happening? Like, all right, look, maybe he don't want black women in his section, so we gonna handpick. Maybe he wants it to look like a certain thing. I'm not sure, but the girls did go live and they said, I mean, they responded and they, you know what I'm saying? The women was basically saying, I think we got the audio, that the girls were saying that he never said that it was.
I never said in my video once that Chris Brown personally sent me a message saying that he was going to be at the club. Chris Brown never personally told me that I was going to be in his VIP section. So as we were waiting for our cab to go to the next location, we could see club promoters literally handpicking people to get in the front of the line to go inside. At that moment, the people that we saw that was handpicked was all white. I never said in my video once that was handpicked was all white ladies. That's why in my video, you can see that we're trying to say that the promoter said no black girls allowed.
I don't even know what she's saying.
Yeah, but hey, they my peoples, and when I kind of talk like them, so don't be over there doing all that.
Now I seen a video. I thought I saw a video with black women in the club in the VIP section.
Yeah, it was one. What kind did you see?
What shade?
I seen I'm sorry. What shade did you see? Because I think they was like you, Envy.
No. I thought I seen
othery. You mean?
Oh, they were othery.
Okay,
I'm black at the end of the day, but I think they were brown skin women.
At the end
of
the day, but what about the beginning and the middle? See,
I'm black at the end of the day.
Okay,
Black.
right.
BLACK. Black.
I think folks just want Chris Brown to be the bad guy.
And I swear,
I think so too.
I'm telling you. And speaking of that, people were also talking about his previous collaboration with Chloe Bailey. We had some people going back and forth about that. They don't understand why she would collaborate with him after his domestic violence. And Keely Williams.
That was years ago though. How many people have Chris Brown collaborated with since then? Why y'all coming
17.
on Chloe head about it?
Exactly. And that was the thing. Also, Keely, who was the former 3LW girl, the one that don't nobody really know, the only one that
we know what you mean.
Say what you got to say, Jess.
You wouldn't know her, Charlamagne, because she's your fellow lesbian friend. So she's come on, we gonna tell it like it is.
The lesbians gonna stick together.
Yeah, y'all better stick together because there's a whole lot of spit coming when y'all get mad. All you see that's all you see. And she was so upset, and her tweets verbatim let him come out with his own record. So genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into the mainstream by getting small nods for features on black women's merit. Black women who are more blah, 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 blah. Girl, listen. Like, I just feel like we can't keep condemning something that they did when they were a kid. He was 17 years old.
You know what
I'm saying? And I just feel like, yo, you gotta relax, Keely, because I can get a little crazy with it, but I just feel like this is a cry for help for her own situations, because she also just got into it over with her mother. We don't even know your mother. Why are you coming over the weekend? She started with Chris Brown, and then over the weekend she just kept blowing up on her mom.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for this. Like we ain't got time for this. We see. Like the Cheetah Girls was short-lived, obviously, for her. 3LW, short-lived, obviously, for her. All she got is her lisp now. Shout out to Shaw.
All she got is her lisp.
All she got is the lisp. So she's just upset.
All I know is everybody makes mistakes, and who are we to condemn somebody forever? You know what I mean?
Stand it.
Forever,
it amazes me that folks judge Chris Brown or anyone like they're above reproach, and you better hope God gives you the grace that y'all don't ever give to anyone.
I can't stand that.
It's
And then I hate how it's mostly only us that do it to us. You get what I'm saying? So Chris Brown, in his defense, he came back with that and he was like, man, y'all still bringing up what I did when I was 17. I can't move forward in my career. I'm being banned from awards and from performing in venues in my own country and stuff like that, and being condemned for collaborating with other artists when y'all glorify. He named some white people, but it's February, so we ain't gotta get into them. And then he went on to say Christian and Blueface, they get glorified daily. They have a whole damn TV show.
You're right. He's right.
Surrounded by them just fighting. Christian beat his ass, and then he'll beat her ass, and then, you know, so it's like, yo, y'all glorify that. Zeus Network is glorifying this. They making money. Yeah, Zeus. They making money off that. You know, and Blueface got upset when he said that, and I think it went over his head. I understand what Blueface was saying a little bit, but I think it kind of went over his head. And then we got his audio as well.
It's breezy. I ain't beat the hockey. What's happening? Cause look, check it out. I understand the frustration, fool. I'm not even gonna trip on you, cause the message you trying to send is way off. I get it, you know. Bitch hit me. It's funny. I hit her back. It's Blueface, so I totally get it. That'll be the most irritating thing ever. But you gotta play the cards that you was dealt. Yeah, you beat up the wrong bitch. Sorry, fool. Like, you should have got you a little ghetto something that you could fight with. That's what I did.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's
you beat
so
the wrong
sad.
woman line. Like, it's okay to beat up women, just don't beat up the wrong one. Get
Right.
you a little
The hood,
a ghetto one from
yeah.
the hood, from
Right.
the poor and disenfranchised area, and you can beat
Nobody
on
cares.
her.
Yep.
I don't understand that logic, bro.
Doesn't make sense at all.
Nope. I even feel like if Chris Brown would have said what he said, he would be further condemned than that. Like, what do you mean
Absolutely.
you beat the wrong girl up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, you beat the right one up, the one from Baltimore. We ain't going, you know. But I guess the other girls are from other places. You're not supposed to do that anyway.
You're right.
That's what I'm coming at. But I think it went over his head.
All right.
That's all. He wasn't trying to put them out there. But for the record, Blueface mother is a clown. I just want to say that. I'm sorry. I just want to say that.
Why
She's a
should we
clown.
start-
how
you
do
know,
you just throw that shot?
let's talk about that further after Donkey.
you
Day.
did. How you just gonna throw that
I'm
random
gonna
shot?
let you know she a clown.
Okay. Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to?
For after the hour, Donkey of the Day is going to two people. Two people who are clearly not they self when they hungry. One name is Akash. The other name is Amari. We'll talk about it. No, Brian and Amari. We'll talk about it for after the hour.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the Day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, February 21st goes to two individuals in Florida who don't play about their food. Now, what does your Uncle Charla always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. One man's name is Brian Marquez, and the other is a woman named Omari Hendricks. Raise your hands in the room if you don't play about your food. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm going to see which story you relate to the most. See, Amari is 24 years old and facing several charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and resisting arrest. Okay, wait a minute, Uncle Charla. You said this was about food. How did it turn into all of this? Well, let's go to Fox 35 Orlando for the report, please.
This woman is waking up behind bars this morning, accused of pulling a gun at McDonald's drive-thru in Altamont Springs. According to the arrest report, Amari Hendricks demanded a free cookie, but wasn't calmed when she got one. Police say she pulled out a gun, loaded a magazine, and ended up punching a worker several times. She's now facing a number of charges this morning.
Remember back in the day when somebody would be bragging about something as if they deserve a reward for it, and you would sarcastically respond, want a cookie? Well, Amari is proof that some people indeed want a cookie, okay? I understand her pain, all right? Meaning when someone promises you something, you should deliver it. If a complimentary cookie is promised, then a complimentary cookie is expected. And if I don't get said cookie, then I may turn into a monster, which then makes me a cookie monster.
Hi. Oh boy. Cookies.
Yes. No.
Cookies.
All right.
No. Now, the next person receiving Donkey of the Day is Brian Marquez. All right, he don't play about his food either. See, Brian had a roommate, and his roommate threw the suspect's plate full of food on the ground. Now, listen, one thing everybody listening to the sound of my voice can relate to is the feeling of being hungry. And when you're hungry, nothing makes you feel better than eating. So imagine if right before you're about to devour an amazing meal, somebody comes and throws your plate full of food to the ground. Huh? What would you do? Well, let's go to CBS News 12 to see what Brian did.
Fort Pierce police say 22-year-old Brian Marquez confessed to killing a Hispanic man and partially burying the body behind a home on South 18th Street. Now he faces first-degree murder. The homeowner called police when he spotted the leg, and police were led to Marquez because he too lived on the property.
He lived on the property. He rented a small shed just on the north side of the property from the homeowner.
When police got to Marquez, he confessed to the crime.
There was an altercation between them earlier in the day over food. He didn't like that our victim had thrown food away. He indicated that he got intoxicated throughout the day, approached him at night, and that's when he did what he did.
Marquez was in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, as both he and the victim were illegal immigrants. And he was about to be deported, but the police stopped him just in time with these charges.
We received information on Tuesday that he had already contacted family and was getting a bus ticket to get back to Mexico. We want to make sure that we're not releasing somebody that did this horrific of a crime.
But fortunately, they did keep Marquez in custody, and he will answer to the crime.
Ooh, Brian confessed to murdering his roommate after his roommate threw his plate full of food on the ground. Brian said he didn't do anything immediately, but after he had some drinks, after he got that liquid courage, he decided to approach his roommate and started punching him in the ribs, face, and nose. Then he grabbed dirt and gravel and shoved it into his mouth. Then he realized homie was dead, so he decided to dig a shallow grave, bury the victim, and then went to sleep. I know what you're thinking.
Yo, he did all this on an empty stomach. He was hungry and he had all that. He did all that?
Exactly. That's what I knew y'all was thinking. Can you imagine?
I wasn't thinking that.
Can you?
Oh, my bad.
You wasn't thinking that? That's what I was thinking. Can you imagine what this man could have done with a meal in his stomach?
What? That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, personally, I need fuel in the form of food and a nap before I do anything, okay? Ooh. Hell, I need food to drink. So he drank after getting his food knocked to the ground and killed somebody and did some hard labor in the form of digging a grave. Let me tell y'all, man. You want to play a game of Guess What Race?
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. I want to play a game.
It's a hard-working individual. Let me tell you, man, what I always tell y'all, if you can put that much time, energy, and work into doing something negative, then you can do the same for positive things, and you won't find yourselves in these situations, okay? Hunger is a temporary feeling. Now both of these individuals are facing big charges because they both decided to turn criminal because they were denied the sustenance. I spit all over the mic just now. The sustenance.
I seen it.
The sustenance they needed, okay? What's the moral of this story?
He was white?
No.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Oh, yeah, that too. Hey, yeah.
Please let Remy Ma give Brian Marquez and Amari Hendrix the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
And you know, it's substance.
What I said?
Something.
You know he can't say it because his tongue is in the way of his teeth.
No, it's not. It's sustenance.
Oh.
What word is that?
Ooh.
Sustenance means food and drink regarded as a source of strength and nourishment.
Oh, I thought you were saying substance.
Okay.
Damn, Sean.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not going to play a game?
You want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
What is it?
Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is! All right, let's start with Amari Hendrix. Amari Hendrix pulled out a gun on the McDonald's workers because they didn't give her a complimentary cookie. Guess what race it is? Envy, we'll start with you.
I got to say black.
Why? Because we always asking people if they want a cookie?
Nah, because black people don't play about the cookies.
We want our free.
We want our free-ish, yes.
We want the
I'm with you.
free-ish,
Okay.
please.
Jess Hilarious, I'm going to ask you. Amari Hendrix pulled out a gun on a McDonald's worker because they didn't give her a complimentary cookie. Guess what race she is?
She's black and from Detroit.
She's actually from Florida. Why Detroit?
Oh.
Why?
Because I've been there, man. I've been there, and I seen some things happen at the fast food restaurants in Detroit, man. So yeah.
Okay, let's do Brian Marquez. Brian Marquez put in a lot of work. All right, got his plate full of food knocked over, so he got drunk, beat somebody up, killed them, dug a grave, and buried the body in it, all on an empty stomach, and he was about to get deported. Guess what race it is? Big clue here. Envy, you want to start?
Oh, yeah. Black, Caribbean.
What?
Said deported.
Wow.
They
that's the
weren't
only
paying
place
attention.
you can get deported to?
No, that's what
They
I was
weren't paying
thinking.
attention.
I wasn't
No, he wasn't paying attention.
Just
I got it.
Just
all right,
hilarious.
so the crime says Jeffrey Dahmer all day.
Could you
but
stop?
deported. So now we got to go to the...
Where you going?
I
see the reason I say black, because you know black people, they play that game where you got to play and they smack the plate out your hand.
Like, see, I'm going to say Russia. I'm going to say Russia. I'm going to say Russia.
Russian.
I'm going to say...
Ray, play the news report again, Ray.
Okay.
Play the news report for Brian Marquez again, because they wasn't paying attention.
I'm thinking.
This is a
Fort
layup.
Pierce police say 22-year-old Brian Marquez confessed to killing a Hispanic man and partially burying the body behind a home on South 18th Street.
You can stop.
Now he faces
Nope. Keep going.
The homeowner called police when he spotted the leg, and police were led to Marquez because he too lived on the property.
He lived on the property. He rented a small shed just on the north side of the property from the homeowner.
When police got to Marquez, he confessed to the crime.
There was an altercation between them earlier in the day over food. He didn't like that our victim had thrown food away. He indicated that he got intoxicated throughout the day, approached him at night, and, and that's when he did what he did.
Marquez was in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, as both he and the victim were illegal immigrants, and he was about to be deported.
I didn't hear that.
But the police stopped him just in time with these charges.
We received information on Tuesday that he had already contacted family and was getting a bus ticket to get back to Mexico.
Could you stop right?
We missed the whole thing.
See, I just missed the get back there. I was going to say Caribbean because they don't play about their food, and then they live in little sheds. Some of them be living in the sheds because they like sheds.
But I was thinking Marquez, then you said Coronas, you drink all day.
I ain't say nothing about no Corona.
Then they say drink, you said drink all day.
Guess what race it is? Say it.
Mexican.
Jess?
Mexican.
Okay.
Oh my God, that still don't mean nothing. He could have been from Russia just over there on a job. Yo. He could have been at work over there.
Both of y'all are correct. Amari Hendrix was black. Brian Marquez is Mexican. Yes.
All right, we 1 for 1.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
When we come back, 800-585-1051. Now,
let's talk Big Brothers.
Blueface was mad at Baby because little Baby allegedly hit up Christian in the DM, said, "It's Baby. Why are people saying I was in your DM? Why you ain't tell them I'm Big Brother? I hate ish like that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is the question? 800-585-1051. If your girl has a number saved in her phone as Big Brother, or she says, "This guy's my big bro,"
if that calls for concern.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm saying yes, it is. It is cause for concern. We're going to talk about it when we come back. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club. Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Jess Hilarious, here.
Yes, indeed.
Now, we were talking before we left about Chris Brown. No, not Chris Brown. Little Baby, Blueface, Christian, and Blueface's mom.
Okay. I don't know how Blueface's mom got in this.
Jess Hilarious?
Well, listen, Blueface's mother came at me a couple times, and, I just want to take the time to say you a clown. But
why she came at you?
She came at me just because, like, everybody come at me. Well, not everybody, but some people who feel like, all right, so I did a podcast and I was saying that, they brought up Christian. Christian is from Baltimore. And
the Carefully Reckless podcast.
Yeah, the Carefully Reckless podcast. And she came up and she they was just, asking me like, yo, you ever reach out to her? And I'm like, look, I'm not, because where she at right now is where she gonna be. She gonna need she the only one that's gonna get out of that right now. She never had this type of money. She never been in contact with these type of connections or whatever, even though they using her for the wrong thing. I feel like get her a UFC situation going on, get what I'm saying,
she should be fighting.
They all making money off of her fighting. That's how Blueface is relevant right now, not from none of them low ass songs that's been not playing. But his mother, I blamed how he was raised on his mother. And she was like, is this the same lady who was begging for love on Couples Retreat on a show? I did a VH1 show with, somebody and whatever. But she didn't even realize what I was saying. I'm like, yo, you can tell how he is by how he was raised. It's like, yo, your mother's in love with you, for one. She's this ain't no Mama D Scrappy. No, not the over concerned mom. This is like, she wants to be in everything he do. She wants to be in the bed with her son. I feel like she wants to live in this man's skin, like, and do everything for him, with him, whatever.
You got a son? You don't feel like that about your son?
No, I do not. I want my son to be his own person. It's like she's obsessed with her son. It's obsessed. It's like, it's different. It's different. I can just tell. Now me, I love my kid. Like, that's my best friend all day. But it's a different type of mothering when it's like, yo, this lady is going after every female that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Chrisean beat her up. And I'm not for beating nobody.
Maybe she don't feel like
anything,
nobody's good enough for her baby.
and she's beautiful. The mother is beautiful, but it's like, yo, go get some business of your own and leave your son to what he, and even how like her daughter interacts. It's like, you raise all these kids a little crazy, ma'am. Like, nothing. He sees nothing wrong with what he does. Her daughter is the same way. It's
I don't even know how we got on this.
No, because remember she was about to say before.
I said his mother was a clown.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But either way, she said Chris Brown was condemning black people, and she was just like, you threw all your black people under the bus by even bringing up Chrisean and Blueface. How do you really feel that how can you as a mother who watches this, you got beat up by your son, one of your son's girlfriends. How can you even not register what he was saying? You didn't like getting beat up by her, right? You don't like seeing your son beat her up, and you don't like seeing her beat your son up.
Yeah.
So I think you should kind of feel what he's saying.
Yeah.
It went over their head.
I like what you said too about Chrisean and how she's having all these new experiences, because that's what, and these new connections, because that's what Blueface got mad about, right?
Exactly.
Because she got mad because little baby hit her up.
Right.
And little baby was like, yo, why you ain't tell him I'm big brother?
Bro. Right. So let me ask you a question. Do you have any guys in your phone, or have you ever had any guys in your phone saved as big bro?
No, not big bro. No, I'm not. It's people that I do call big bro, but sometimes bro can be used as a code name as somebody that I've done something with that it ain't gonna go no further than that.
Right.
So it's just like,
that's
big
bro.
Yeah.
Right, that's bro.
That's nasty.
I can't think of a reason why Lil Baby would hit Chrisean up other than he wants somebody smacked. I don't understand.
Jesus.
Like, I don't understand.
You think he was just he wanted to hire her?
I think that or he wanted to give us some guidance. There's no way somebody's gonna jump in Chrisean's DM and they don't want nobody smacked. It's just, I wouldn't even know how to come as a guy. I wouldn't even know how to come at Shorty. Blue looking at everything she got going on.
Yeah.
We can see that. She's controlled by him. So I wouldn't even be, if I'm a male rapper, I'm not hitting Shorty up.
So you think Blueface got cause for concern?
Yeah.
Really?
I think anybody that calls somebody big bro, or that they say call me big bro, there's a problem. If that's not your real brother, you didn't grow up with that person, and you don't know him in a relationship. Like, my wife just can't start calling somebody big bro. I've known her for 28
Out of
years.
nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Nah, it doesn't happen. What about you?
Yeah.
If your wife start calling somebody big bro.
No, I agree with you, because it's like, I've been with my wife for 25 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, who does you calling big brother? Like, what you mean big brother?
Yeah.
Either he's all about big brothers, or we don't know.
Yeah. And then why is he just in the DM? You got his number? Like, what did y'all talk about? How is he big bro? What has he done for you to show you that you his sister?
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
It's Big D.
What's up, brother?
Oh, you definitely can't be in my girl phone. Big D.
What's up?
Big D worse than Big
Nah,
Bro.
BG, you've gone too far, BG. Now, first of all, listen. If the brother ain't blood, it ain't no good, man. You can't do it. You can't have no brothers in a relationship if it ain't your man, man. No brother.
I'm with you, brother. Okay. Nah.
I agree.
800-585-1051. We're talking the term big bro. Can your girl have a big bro? Ladies, do you have a big bro? Maybe we're wrong. Talk to us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Jess Hilarious, our co-host. She's joining us all morning long. She's here for a couple days, too.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about the term big bro. Now, this comes from Blueface. Little Baby allegedly was in Chrisean, his girl's DM, and said, "This baby, why people saying I was in your DM? Why you ain't just tell him I'm big brother? I hate ish like that. So can you have a big bro?"
I think it's context to it. Like, you know what I mean? I understand if you and your significant other been down with each other for a long time, and then all of a sudden some new person pops up. Yeah, you can be like, who the hell is this
skeptical
dude?
for sure.
Yeah, calling you big bro. But if it's somebody like, they might have known for a while, and they got like a relationship, even on some business stuff, like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because you always be like, yo, that's my little sis.
Absolutely.
Like, and I say that, to everybody. So but I've been your little sis since
a long
before
time.
all these,
Right.
before a relationship. So I definitely get that. Yeah.
But now, let me ask you a question. What if Little Baby was reaching out to her as a quote unquote enforcer, like you said? Like, sometimes I can't put my hands on certain people.
Right.
Chrisean does it. Yo, you little sis, I help you out, financially. I don't want nothing sexual. Just
you done let Jess put a whole scenario in your head.
Because that's what it is. Like, if I'm constantly saying somebody going viral for constantly beating somebody up, and you gotta think about it. Little baby got these girls. That's why I'm gonna tell this girl that this is happening. Yo, be shorty up for me. Take care of that. Because little baby that he be having these contracts, these what is it, the NDAs, and these girls still don't care, man. So they got to get the pause put on. So I think he might have hit her up like, yo, I need you to take care of this.
I'm gonna call little sis. Little sis, take care of this for me.
Little sis was good. And Blueface just so insecure and young. It's like, yo, she can do whatever she wants. She's the reason that you're relevant, and she's also not your only girlfriend. She's one of your girlfriends. Like, you still with your baby mother. So
I hate that all of this makes sense.
It does. Hello, who's this?
Yes, this is Travis.
Hey, Travis.
Good morning.
Good morning. Talk to us.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's a cause for a concern at all. Because I got one homie. I've known her 15 plus years, and even when we DM, it's never about anything like that. So I don't think it's any reason for concern at all.
Well, he's been knowing her for 15 years. They've been knowing each other for 15 days?
Minutes. Yeah,
15 minutes. Yeah.
Now, Whitney, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, you got in trouble because you got somebody in your phone on the big brother and it ain't your real brother.
No, not at all.
Tell us the story.
I looked at this person as my brother. Like, we were in foster care together. And so, to me, like, hey, we grew up in the same house. This is like my brother. Like, when I'm going through something, I should be able to tell him, like, hey, this is what's going on. Because I done been around my real brother, so this is somebody that I look to as a brother. So I feel like that, to me, that's not a big deal because according to the state, we were brothers,
Have y'all did anything at all, kiss sexually at all?
No, never. He's younger than me.
Okay. In that situation, I get it though.
That's a different situation.
I get it.
But compared to if I was working with somebody and I was like, oh, this is my coworker, I'm gonna call him big bro. That's different because that could become something.
But that's the key to you have experiences with a person. Like Jess was saying earlier, I called Jess little sis. She called me big bro, but that's because like we connected early on years ago, and we got like an energy. That's my nigga right there. You know what I mean?
Kevin, good morning. Hello.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? Talk to us.
Kevin, what's up?
What's going on? Hey, I think there's nothing wrong with having a boy as a homeboy, but it's like, I think Blueface is mad because Lil Baby got a little more money than him, so he kind of nervous.
That's
I don't think Lil Baby really want her because she probably could beat him up because she's bigger than him.
You know what I mean?
Goodbye, man.
I know that's right.
Jeff will get somebody beat up, boy. Jeff be over there gassing it.
All I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But let me ask you another question now.
What's that?
The guy just said something true.
Okay.
Now, if Little Baby didn't have more money than Blueface, would Blueface be this mad?
I honestly don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He's threatened. He's intimidated by it just because of the bracket that he's in. The status of Little Baby. Now, if it was like a Soldier Boy to hit him up, it's like, yo, look, all right. Go ahead.
Soldier Boy still caked up. Y'all keep playing with
my bad. All right, if Bow Wow
Draco got it.
All right, what you think? If Bow Wow hit Krishan, it's like, all right,
Bow Wow got it too.
All right, we not saying he ain't got it. We just saying he ain't got what Little Baby got. That's all we saying. You know what I'm saying?
Little Baby like one of the hottest rappers at the moment. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, what's the moral of the story?
Yeah.
What's the moral of the story, Jess?
The moral of the story is if the baby hit her up.
Man, shut up, man.
That was going. All right. No, the moral of the story is she can do what she want because she making you your money at the end of the day. So relax, because you told this girl, look, I'm still with my baby mother, and the baby mother dumb too, because she gonna watch you be with somebody else and think that no, both of y'all ain't nobody more important than the other. All of y'all girls on the same level. It's just that Krishan is his cash cow. That's it. That's the only reason why he's still making money. That's the only reason why his mother's still eating. That's the only reason why everybody on Zeus Network is eating, because of Krishan Rock. So blessed be Baltimore. That's the moral. Because them hands get thrown.
All right. Jesus. All right. Well, we got rumors on the way. What we talking about coming up?
Mary J. Blige releases trailer for upcoming talk show, and I want to know because she don't even be talking to people. So I want to know how she just going to come out with one of those. I said, damn, Mary.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our special guest host, Jess Hilarious.
Yes, indeed.
That's me.
And we're about to get to the rumors. What we teasing?
Oh, listen. Mary J. Blige releases trailer for upcoming talk show. I'm so confused about it.
Just with the message here.
It's Jess with the mess, and my news is real.
Child, the ghetto.
This is the Rumor Report
So my news is real.
on The Breakfast Club.
Woo, honey, it's ghetto up in here.
The reason why I'm confused is because Mary don't be talking to nobody. She barely talked in the documentary she just dropped a couple months ago. It was 45 minutes, and I was like, yo, you've been through so much. Why would you only talk to us for 15 minutes? In your Lifetime documentary, I wonder who she's going to be talking to. What is it going to be about? Like, when does she decide to say, listen, you know what? I'm going to do a talk show. Like, what? I don't know. Like, what is it going to be? It's going to be like one of those, Jennifer Hudson's, like Jennifer Hudson, her talk show.
Yeah. Well,
She bring people and
one-on-one conversations.
One-on-one.
It's
But
called The Wine Down. She drinking her wine. And from what I've seen, it's a lot of her people. So it's like 50 Cent, Taraji P. Henson.
But also, it could be she likes to interview people and is tired of interviewing herself. Like, she might not want to talk about herself, but doesn't have a problem talking to other people. A lot of people like that.
people.
I do agree with Jeff, though. I mean, like, Mary is not a very talkative person.
Yeah, you talking about her people. She got 5 people that she deal with in the world. Diddy, 50 Cent, and I think that's it, actually.
No, Diddy, 50, Angie Martinez, Taraji P. Henson. Ashana.
And I think that's it.
That might be
Fat Joe, Joey Crack.
Yeah, no. You talking about Ashanti. That's Ashanti with Joey Crack.
Yeah.
She might. Okay, well, then
Joey
that's
Crack
it.
too,
Yeah, I can't see Mary sitting across from no stranger having a conversation.
Listen, I met her in New Orleans. And I said hi, and she was like, huh? I was like, okay. And I just kept on going. So I'm like, talk show? How the hell? She don't even like to say, hey.
Yo, hi, huh, is funny
she
as
don't
hell.
be with none of that. Yo,
Hi,
she's straight
huh?
New York up and down.
She
She don't
is.
care. And I love that. I love it. I can't even argue with it. I'm like, I wasn't even mad. I said, hi, oh my God, Mary. She was like, huh? I said, all right, cool. I'm just going to keep on going.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand hi, I ain't even about to say it.
I'm going to be tuned in, though, because it's Mary J. Blige.
No, I'm definitely going to be tuned in.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see what it brings. Listen, Gunna's lawyer reiterates that he won't cooperate in YSL Young Thug case. He won't cooperate no more, or
Yo, you stupid.
it's like he not going to do it again?
You stupid.
Or is it... No, I'm saying, like, is it... Okay, has he feel like he's given him enough already? Like, you can't just be like... You know what? I'm gonna snitch today, but don't ask me next week. Like, you can't say that.
But Gunna's lawyer is saying that Gunna didn't cooperate, though. Like, he didn't snitch. I don't know, bro.
Well, I mean, we all heard what he said, but my whole thing is to get released. If they call you back on the stand, you have to answer them.
But I thought that was the whole point. Like, he could give that information without being called back on the stand again.
No, he could get called back on the stand. That's what I thought.
Or maybe he gave the first set of information and was like, look, yo, I ain't giving no more, so y'all gonna have to take what I give y'all
Like
now.
fill in your blanks?
And now I have immunity to not go up there no more.
Nah, because I thought they said if they call him back on the stand, he has to answer the questions.
Man, why are we minding street nigga business?
You're right.
This ain't got nothing to do
No,
with
but
us.
he's not a street nigga. This is the thing, because he wouldn't have cooperated firstly if he was a street nigga.
Them street dudes be the main ones cooperating.
You right.
I seen
You
another
right.
video over the weekend. It sounded wild. He was talking for 3 hours. Same case.
What?
Yeah, he's talking for 3 hours.
And he wasn't talking about no goddamn music.
He wasn't talking about no
He
music.
only have 3 hours worth of music that we want to hear about in this case. So I think, okay, so he won't be cooperating. The moral of the story is don't cooperate from the jump, and then niggas won't have to ask you to do it again.
But I want to come home. Okay? I want to come home. Nobody ever thinking about me. We always condemning informants, but don't ever think about the position that they in. They want to come home.
Yeah, they
You
should
want
have
to
did
come
that
home,
though.
but you shouldn't have gotten that car. That's what happened. You shouldn't have gotten the car. You know who was driving. Don't get in the car.
Jesus,
that's it.
That's true.
That's
That is
it.
true. Trey got out the car.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Boys in the Hood. Trey got out the car.
He did get out the car.
He did.
That's right.
He got out the car.
He didn't have to
Doughboy
cooperate.
knew. Doughboy told him one time. No, he ain't even had to tell him. Trey said, "Hey man, let me out." Doughboy ain't even try to convince him. Let him go.
Let him go.
Because he gonna tell on us anyway.
End of the day, who lived? The who got out the car.
That's true.
That's
true.
That's it.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the mess.
It is.
And the People's Choice mixes up next. Let us know what you want to hear. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Reinvent Your Life. Mel Robbins is back to help you dream big and take more control over your life. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our co-host, Jess Hilarious, is here.
Yes, she is.
Literally. It's Black History Month, and what we doing today for Black History Month?
Man, you know, every day during Black History Month, the Black Effect Podcast Network puts out a podcast called I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either, hosted by my guy B. Dot. And today B. Dot is going to talk to us about the 13th Amendment and how many elements begin with the 13th Amendment. B. Dot, teach.
I didn't know, maybe you didn't. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Now, the 13th Amendment, it was supposed to abolish slavery. And in theory, it did. But in 1866, a year after the amendment was ratified, states like Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee, and of course, good old South Kakalaki began to lease out convicts for labor. So basically, it means if you was locked up, they could lease you out to people on plantations. A revisit to slavery. So of course, this made the business of arresting black folk very lucrative. Hundreds of white men hired by the states as what we call police officers today. Their primary responsibility? To search out and arrest black people who are in violations of the black codes. Now see, that's where stuff gets tricky. Now see, the black codes were very petty situations that were normally legal, but if a black person did it, it was illegal. And justification to lock your black ass up. For example, in Louisiana, it was illegal for a black man to preach to black congregations, but without special permission in writing from the president of the police. Now be clear, on those plantations, many of oppressing them would allow enslaved black folk to be preachers on their plantations to the rest of the black folk if they were preaching from the passages that oppressing them hand selected. You know, like Ephesians 6:5 says, slaves be obedient to your human masters. In South Carolina, if the parent of a black child was considered vagrant, and vagrant meaning had nowhere to go and had no job, like look like they homeless and they wandering from place to place. Now, if someone viewed a child to be vagrant, the judicial system allowed the police to apprentice that child to an employer. Pretty much take that child and give him to somebody to work for. So basically, if you're a single mom, you at work, your child just happened to be walking up the street, going to kick it with some friends, might not have on their best attire, because let's just be honest, you can't afford it. And somebody says, hey, that child looks vagrant. Your baby say, I ain't vagrant. My mom at work. Don't matter. They scoop his little ass up pronto. You go downtown to make a fuss about it. Why, is this disorderly conduct? Black code. Now you and man locked up. Headed to somebody's plantation to get him a bunch of free labor. And I told you, the black codes were a series of laws, criminal laws, illegal activity for black folk. And through the enforcement of those laws, they could be in prison. Man, it said after the passing of the 13th Amendment, more than 800,000 black people were part of that system of re-enslavement through the prison system. I always heard that the 13th Amendment freed the slaves, but have you ever read the 13th Amendment? It reads, and I quote, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, comma, except as a punishment for crime wherever the party shall have been duly convicted, comma, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. See, the problem is the space between the commas. Except as punishment for crime wherever the party shall have been duly convicted. And dare I say, that was the invention of the loophole. 13th Amendment say there will be no slavery unless it's punishment, seeing that punishment is prison. There are your enslaved individuals. The 13th Amendment only introduced a new form of slavery. Then there were laws put in place to ensure that black folk remained slaves. And of course, profits still being made off that free labor. And now that same system is what we call the criminal justice system today. I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either.
That's right. Salute to my guy B. Dot. Make sure you subscribe to the I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either podcast, available on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. You can get it everywhere you listen to podcasts.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notes, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious, our co-host, is here. Jess, we appreciate you hanging out with us today.
And I loved being here.
She's going to be here for the next couple of days.
Period.
We stole Jess from Baltimore for a few days.
I'm in D.C. now. I moved up.
Oh. All right. Oh, what you mean you moved up? Wow.
I moved up the street, nigga. I just moved up the street. Y'all trying to make my city mad, yo. I moved up the street, yo.
You got a party in Baltimore this weekend for your birthday,
I
right?
do, y'all. Come in what y'all doing.
When
we don't
is
do
it?
nothing on Sundays, Envy, and neither do you, Charlamagne.
Well, Charlamagne's never going out. He never comes outside.
Oh, my God.
Is it a day party? Is it early?
It's a day party,
okay.
And it's where the white people be at. You're not going to get shot. It's not near the projects. It's not none of that, yo. It's 1425 Ellisina Street. It's Harbor East, and it's from 3 to 8 p.m.
And it's open to the public? Anybody can come?
No, not anybody can come.
You just gave the address
no.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, that don't mean you're gonna come when you show up.
Got you.
That don't mean you're gonna get in when you show up.
You gotta buy a table. You gotta be nice.
Yeah, you gotta get tables. You need to go on my website, and the link is in my bio to get tickets. You can get tables, tickets, whatever.
What's the website?
JessHilariousOfficial.com.
Okay.
And then also Friday, I have shows in Raleigh, North Carolina. Friday and Saturday, I'll be at Good Nights Comedy Club. We got 4 shows in 2 days. One show at 7:30, the other one at 9:30. That's on Friday. And then we got the same for Saturday. I will do meet and greet. That's not included in the ticket price, y'all. Make sure you get your tickets, Raleigh, North Carolina, for Good Nights this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
And Jess said she don't want no light-skinned women at her meet and greet.
Nah.
She want nothing but dark-skinned women at her meet and greet.
Hey yo, on Sunday. Listen, and look, CIAA is in Baltimore this weekend. So usually it's in Charlotte. I don't know why they put it in Baltimore, but they gave it to us. They gave it to us. So we good for something. Don't play with me, Charlamagne. So my birthday celebration is during CIAA.
Oh, that's dope.
We used to do a day party when CIAA weekend in Charlotte. We used to do a day party.
Carolina.
It used to be so lit when it was in Charlotte.
It's not as lit in Baltimore.
Let's see. Yo, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you'll see if you come Sunday, you'll see how lit it is.
All right.
3 to 8.
Okay. Well, you got a positive note for the people?
Yes, the positive note is simple, man. I just want to tell everybody out there, communicate, all right? Even if it's uncomfortable. One of the best ways to heal is simply getting everything out.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?